Today what I'll be sharing with you is a platform that I use for my stock research, and I think there's a lot of value in this platform. You can sign up for free, there's a link in the description, but I'm going to go over some of my favorite features of this platform. And if you haven't heard about this website before, it's called TipRanks, and I'm going to show you how I use TipRanks, take advantage of my investing, and take it to the next level. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And if you appreciate videos like this where I talk about the tools that I use for my investments, make sure to drop a huge like on this video to show your support. If we can hit 100 likes on this video within 48 hours, I will reveal what app I use on my smartphone to track apps. This is honestly one of the best apps I use, and I personally use it right now. So if you want to find out what app that is, make sure to drop a huge like on this video. Also, don't forget to join our VIP membership group if you want to see exactly what stocks I own, what stocks I trade, all of the trades that I make. I share all of that and more with my VIP members, link in the description as well. So like I said, today we're going to be talking about a service called TipRanks. They're a website where you can go sign up for free and you can gain basic access to the platform. Now, even if you think that you might have another resource out there that is the best resource for stocks, I encourage you to go sign up and give it a try, because it's almost a guarantee that you'll find something on this website that will help you with your investments. I'm going to go over to the 3 best things that I like about this website, and I'll show you guys some insight into how I use it, and you might actually find value in those 3 specific things as well. So getting right into it, the first thing I want to talk about is the Analyst Insights. So this is by far, in my opinion, one of the most valuable pieces of information that TipRanks provides to its users. Now, I don't make trades based on what analysts have to say, but I do pay attention to when analysts upgrade or downgrade a stock, because I like to see what the overall sentiment on stocks that I'm watching to buy are. So for example, EA, Electronic Arts, had a 10% dip because of a delay in its Battlefield game, and also a slightly lower guidance for the next quarter because of this delay. So was a 10% drop in the stock price justified because of this? I don't personally think so, and I think this was a huge overreaction. They are still going to be releasing the game even if it's delayed. They're still going to have great profits for the quarter, and the long-term picture, in my opinion, is still intact. Sure, the short-term picture might have changed a little bit here and there, but over the long term, this is still a strong company. So what I did was I hopped onto TipRanks to check out what analysts had to say about this news that just came out. I was almost certain that there would be at least one analyst that had some sort of opinion on this, that either upgraded, downgraded, or reiterated their stance on the company. And sure enough, when I hop on there, search for Electronic Arts, what I see is 2 analysts that have come out and still say that they're bullish on the stock. So the first actually reiterated a $148 price target on the stock, and a new analyst actually came in and assigned a $154 price target on the stock. And both of these analysts had a buy rating on the stock. It's also important to note that both these analysts have a 5-star rating on the website, and this is based upon around 4,000 different analysts. So the fact that they're 5 stars means they're among some of the top analysts on this website, and that means that they actually have a pretty high success rate. Now, am I going to be buying Electronic Arts solely because the analysts have said that it's a good buy and they reiterated or initiated a buy rating? No, but it does help my thesis, and it does help me confirm my stance on the company. Now, I can also use this information to the downside. Say there's a stock that just had a 20% dip for whatever reason in their stock price. Typically what will happen is analysts will hop on board and either reiterate their ratings, give an upgrade or a downgrade to the stock. And what I can do then is view the general sentiment of these analysts and see if some of these have turned bearish now. And if the overall sentiment of Wall Street is bearish, I typically don't want to fight the trend, especially if it's a swing play, because this means I'm going to be fighting an uphill battle against all the people who have money to invest in Wall Street. That's not to say that you can't fight the trend and come out very profitable. In fact, over the long term, I believe this is a good strategy, because when people are pessimistic or fearful of a company, that's when you want to be buying, because that's when there's going to be a lot of upside when they finally do turn around and become bullish on the company. All I'm saying is it's good to have this information to kind of confirm your thesis, or just give you more insight into why a stock dropped, what analysts are thinking, and what the overall sentiment of Wall Street is. Okay, so now let's move on to my second favorite thing about this website, and that's trending stocks. So this is actually a tool that I've been using to find some up and coming stocks and to find popular stocks in the stock market that I might not have heard of before. What's great about this section is that you can actually filter stocks by certain criteria. So essentially you can kind of think of this as like a stock screener for the most popular stocks out there right now. So as you can see here, you can filter by market cap, you can filter by how long of a time period they've been trending for, and you can also filter by what sectors you want to see these stocks in. And then what happens is you're presented with a whole list of stocks that meet this criteria, and more often than not, you're going to find at least a handful of stocks in here that you've never heard of before. So in my opinion, this is actually great because now you can actually go do some research on these stocks, and you can actually get some insight into them before the general community or the general investing community knows about it. And this kind of gives you a head start with the whole analysis, because by the time that Wall Street becomes bullish and majority of people are bullish, it's usually towards the end of the cycle, and it's usually not when you want to get in on a stock. You want to get in early so you can get the most gains out of it. You can also see here the overall consensus, the price target, and the percentage upside of the stock. So this will give you a better idea of what the overall stance on the stock is. And of course, you can click on any one of these stocks that pop up and you can read more about the company. You can see more about what analysts think, and you can even look through news articles on the company. So this is also a great way to find new stocks to diversify your portfolio. So say for example, you don't know any companies in the utility sector, but you do want to pick up a utility play just to be more diverse. You can use this to find some of the most popular stocks in that sector and then do some more research into those top, say 3 stocks in that sector that provide the most upside, and figure out why analysts think it provides upside and see if your thesis actually supports the fact that this stock may go up over the long term. Now the third thing I want to talk about is the smart portfolios that they offer. And this is something that I started using on the website from the first day that I signed up, and I find it so useful. Essentially, in a nutshell, what you do here is you build out your portfolio, you add in the number of shares, your cost basis, and then you're able to track the performance of your portfolio. Not only this, but now once you've added your positions in, the tool knows what holdings you have and what companies you're invested in, and it can actually provide you alerts to when there's analyst upgrades, downgrades, or there's significant moves in the stock, or there's earnings coming up, or anything really related to your company that is very significant. I can't stress how important this is because it actually helps you understand why your position may have moved down significantly in a certain day or up significantly in a certain day, because you can actually go see, say a big analyst comes and upgrades the stock, that's usually going to help the stock move quite a bit in a single day. Now, the opposite is also true. If a big analyst comes out and downgrades the stock, it's usually going to move down a lot in a single day. But if the fundamentals are still the same and you believe in the company still, this is a perfect opportunity, like we always talk about, to invest more in that stock. Now, in your portfolio as well, you'll get things like the overall consensus, the price target for analysts, and also the percentage upside for each one of your holdings of what analysts think. Then if you click on the portfolio news tab, you can actually see all the news articles on your holdings. So what I love about TipRanks is actually sort this out by bullish and bearish news. So you can actually look at your overall news, but you can sort it out by this as well. And we recently talked about something called confirmation bias, where people only look at the bullish news on the companies they hold. But with this website, you can actually look at the bearish news and see both sides of the story. I haven't seen any other service that offers this at such an easy to use interface. And at the end of every single day, I try to go on this website and try to look at all the news articles out there, especially the bearish news articles, to see what's going on and see if there's anything fundamentally changing with the companies I hold. And this way I can either lower some stake in a stock that I hold or even add to a position if I think that some of the things that they're talking about is unjustified. You also have something called an earnings tab here, and this earning tabs gives you a quick look at when your holdings will report earnings, so you can kind of position yourself accordingly. Say you wanted to buy more shares but you wanted to wait for earnings, find out exactly when earnings are in your holdings and then maybe purchase shares after they report. Now, it doesn't end there. You can also get a lot more insight into your holdings, into your portfolio, and learn things that you may not even know about your portfolio. You can see things like your overall performance, your daily or monthly returns, your daily losers or gainers, and compare this as to how the overall market is doing as well, like the overall indexes like the S&P 500, Dow Jones, etc. And finally, one of my favorite things about this, which actually gave me a lot of insight into my own portfolio, is your portfolio allocation. And what this does is it actually gives you insight as to how diversified you are. So if you look here, you can see the different sectors that you're in, your top holdings, how volatile your portfolio is, your overall PE for your portfolio, and the overall dividend yield for your portfolio as well, which is something a lot of investors don't know. And now this tool makes it so easy to figure out exactly what your dividend yield is. Now this is just the tip of the iceberg, and there's a lot of other features in TipRanks that I haven't talked about specifically. Things like analyst or insider top stocks, stock screeners, earnings calendars, dividend calendars, daily insider transactions, just to name a few. There's a lot more on this website. In my opinion, what I'd say about TipRanks is that it's kind of a one-stop shop for anyone serious about investing and doing research on companies. Not only that, but they also provide you the tools to find new potential good investments before the general public really hears about these companies or even knows about these companies. So I encourage you to sign up for free, give this website a try, browse through the website, and I'm sure you're gonna find something on there that's gonna be of value to you. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a huge like. Remember, if we get 100 likes on this video in 48 hours, I will reveal what app I use on my phone to track my stocks. But either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Link again in the description down below for the VIP group as well as TipRanks. I appreciate you watching this video, and although this video is not sponsored by TipRanks, I do appreciate the service that they offer, and I do want to give this out there to you guys to let you know why I use this service. Don't forget to invest positively, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.